I'm worried that this is just the first step in a series of cuts. That's what really worries me. So yeah, at the moment, I'm okay. As okay as you can be with no hands and feet. But I fear that these cuts will slide further. And I've just lost faith in the Labour government. I've voted Labour all my life. And I feel really let down.
Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Stop the cuts! No, 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 no!
The government saying that this will encourage people into work is ridiculous. PIP actually helps people to work. It pays for the extra costs associated with being disabled. So PIP is the gateway to a motability car. If someone who's disabled wants to work and they have to get to work by car, you've just taken away their ability to get to work. So how's that going to help? No, public transport is not as accessible as it should be. We all know that. You go with the disabled people on the underground, you'll find you can only use a third of stations, and then only with difficulty. Being disabled is really expensive, and this PIP is supposed to help with those extra costs of being disabled. So it pays for my extra electricity and water because it takes me longer to shower. I have to charge devices. It pays for the servicing of my wheelchair, which I have to buy privately because I don't get a folding wheelchair on the NHS. So if you take away PIP, you're actually going to stop people from working.
Tax the rich! Don't have PIP! Here's over! You can't buy! We charge you with genocide!
If I had the chance to speak to Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves directly, I'd say to them, come and spend a day with me. Come and spend a day seeing how hard it is for me to do anything. Come and spend a day seeing how much energy it takes anyone who's disabled to just do normal things. And then tell me why you're putting out a green paper, taking away the money that helps me cope and helps me contribute to society, because I do. And then tell me why you're not consulting on the PIP element of these changes, why we haven't got a chance to have our say-so, and why disabled people with limited energy have to come and expend some of that valuable energy to protest here. And tell me why I'm going to be laid out for 3 days off.
Shame on you!
Hey.
Shame on you!
Hey, come.
He's coming towards us. He's coming towards us.
This is how you deal with people.
Is that you, children?
You are complicit in the genocide. You can stop it. You can say a word.
No.
No what?
No. Could you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Please, thank you. First, I was...
President Frost sends money on bombs.
Listen. Let's listen.
Please. First, we don't provide weapons, we don't provide financing. This is wrong.
You provide political and diplomatic cover.
But come on, look at what
I love the French people. They are taking it to the streets for months now, protesting what they see as unfair pension reforms. I'm in awe of them. They remind me of what the United States and its citizens would have done 50 to 100 years ago. Like if every country on planet Earth did what the French are doing in protest to pension reforms, so many things would get done. They don't want the age to collect pensions to go up. The crazy thing is, here in the United States, it's 3 or 4 years higher than what it already is over there in France. And we do jack shit about it because we're so used to being manipulated and controlled by our cable news networks, which I think are a dying breed now. I think cable news is on the out and out, especially networks like CNN, Fox News, all the mainstream news, I think will be a thing of the past. How could someone not admire what they're doing? It's super admirable. That, and we have a good relationship with France historically. I mean, they are the country that helped us gain our independence. These days, I'm rarely moved or touched by any, event or country or entity, but the French people for the last few months have really inspired me and have had me in all of them. And I respect that. I respect them. And I think that they're setting an example for how other countries should react when they feel like their livelihood and their well-being is being tarnished. Much peace and love from here in the United States to the French.
Now, this is me some few years ago. I was doing car wash and I was doing it with passion and joy. That is the spirit of Africa. We always look at the bigger picture. Yes, I know you, some of you white folks, even if you are paid £1 million a month, you will never do this job. These are the jobs you say we are taking from you. You understand? Even if some of you white folks, even if you are paid £1 million an hour, you will not do it. You will never do it. There's no way you will do it. Some of you are very lazy. Nobody's taking your jobs. You are just lazy. Majority of you are shameless, depending on benefits, smoking cigarette and coffee and weed and drugs, useless. Some of us Africans, we were brought up well. We've seen a lot of struggle. So we believe that whatever you want to have, you need to earn it. You need to sweat. We believe in labor. Africans, we believe in labor. You understand? When this racial route started, my missus is pure English. Mother, father, English. They are from Leeds. My missus made a statement and I cried. She was like, baby, in fact, to be fair, black people should be angry at us, not the other way around. Bless her. And she said, baby, we invaded your country and we stole your gold, diamonds, and resources and put shackles on your feet and forced you into our country and used your own resources and your labor force to build this country. And now we treat you guys as 3rd, 4th, 5th class citizens, and we despise you and we are angry at you upon all that we've done to you. Babe, I'm sorry. And I said, I wish all white people think like you. I wish all white people think and see what you see. Say, yes, you guys should be angry at us, not the other way around. What you people did to us, there is no amount of money that can compensate our heart. We've left everything into the hands of God. And now you see the repercussions. Yes. Some of you are ending up in the care homes, mental homes, and us that you enslaved and maltreated us and tortured us. We are the same people looking after your family people, your grandparents, your children in the mental home, in the care home, in the nursing homes. We, that once upon a time, you enslaved and tortured us. We are now looking at your grandparents. If we are evil and that bad, we look after your vulnerable relatives. Think about it. We feed them. Think about it. We hoist them from bed to wheelchair and hoist back from wheelchair to bed. If we are that bad people, think about this. If you say black people should go back to our country, we are bad people. We look after your grandparents and your parents in the care homes. If we are bad people, just think about this. I've worked in Anchor Care Home for 4 years. Clean the bum of your parents. Clean the bum of your parents. There is this yellow bag. If I'm disposing the yellow bag, sometimes I throw up. I get sick. I get home and I can't eat. Yellow bag full of diapers, of elderly diapers, full of shit. And I'll tie it and throw it in the bin. And do laundry in red bag. That is full of shit. Clean it, iron it, and take it back to your grandparents. Some of you dump your parents in the care homes. You never come back to look after them. We entertain your parents and look after them in the care homes. You are despising and disrespecting us. There's no amount of money you guys can pay us to compensate that. Respect us. I'm telling you, if you push us to the wall, only Nigeria and Ghana can scatter this country. I swear to God. But we are cultured. Black people, we are cultured. We understand perseverance, endurance, and long suffering. Our parents talk to us and we listen. That is the blessing that we African immigrants have. Our uncles will call us, Sam, stay at home. Be calm. Look at them. Just pray. Then we relax. 20 white folks can't stand me. By the grace of God, I can slaughter their heads, beat them up mercilessly. But you see, we always temper mercy with justice. That is the black person. Always want to make peace. Why? Because we have seen enough struggle. You guys live on benefits. These kind of jobs you will not do. I worked in the warehouse, and the kind of things I saw in the cold store in the warehouse, it was only black people in the cold store. All the white folks were in the office, writing allocations, doing allocation, and typing in the warm. We are in the cold store. Bread factories, security job. I was standing as a door supervisor at Sainsbury's from 7 a.m. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. No white person, black, Asian, Portuguese, Africans, Nigerians. Mighty security, me. Looking after your shop, Sainsbury's. I swear with no iota of doubt. Most shoplifters that I chased out of the store then when I was a security officer were white folks who entered to steal bread, sandwich, drinks, because they don't want to work, they want to live on benefits. I'm not saying black people are perfect, but you guys are so lazy that even if we give you the jobs, you will not do it well. There's no way you can clean your parents' bonbon. You will not do it. You are selfish. Most of you are selfish. You throw your parents in the care home. You never visit them. They sacrifice, build houses for you. What do? Go on dating. Sit in the pub. Vacations. Buying luxury stuff. That is all you know. Entitlement. Selfish and greedy. You don't even love your parents. You don't even respect your parents. God is punishing you. You need to repent. If you're a white brother or sister, have that compassionate heart. You see us on the bus and you frown your face. On the train, you frown your face. Some bosses, you give a sharp smile. Fake smile. But we look at you. Our heart is pure. Black people. We are the workforce of this country. America, Europe, Germany, all the donkey jobs in these developed countries. We, ourselves, we do it. You cannot do it. You can't do it. 9 shifts. White folks don't come on 9 shifts. We do 9 shifts. At my work, it's only one person. He's even an old man. Just to while away time. All the young blacks, you don't do it. You will not do it. And after that, all that you've done to us, you still want to despise and fight us and disrespect us? After all that you've done to us over the years, may the Lord have mercy on you. What jobs are we stealing? Coffee and cigarette managers. Lazy.
Welcome back, family. And all that is happening, I believe that many people, likewise, or mostly Africans, Caribbean, and the country of the black melanin people who really following up everything that is happening across the globe, and mostly things that are affecting the great empires like France, US, Great Britain. All these things that we are seeing, or we are listening, or we are watching from our television, from where we are, I believe that it's hitting people in a specific way, where some of us, we are asking many questions. Why and how can this be possible? Because today in France, people, or the French citizens, are living under welfare. What does this mean? Because I believe that welfare was only being used here in African countries, or in Caribbeans, or the black countries, black nation people countries, where most of the Africans were depending in foreign aids like foods, medicines, and so many things. And now all this has come to happen because the country's instability. Now today, when you go in French, in Paris, the city is at war. The city is at flame. It has come to the point where now the government is unable to control their people.
France on edge. On September 9th, 2025, President Emmanuel Maccron faces one of the biggest political storms of his career. After the collapse of his government, Maccron named Sébastien Lecornu as the new prime minister. But instead of calm, France is bracing for chaos. A movement called Block Everything is spreading fast, online organizing massive protests, strikes, and blockades of highways.
The president of the country is now the problem to the people. He is now the biggest enemy to the citizens because of what he tried to introduce or to impose to the nation. The people in France are not only fighting about the hardship of life or unemployment, but many things. Because when you go we have even a racial discrimination as the problem. many people in French who are not the French but are the citizens of these countries, like the black people who are in this country. Many of these people, they are not just like they are not refugees. They are settlers. These are the people whom their generation found themselves there many years ago, and many of them, they were born there, raised there, they gone to school there. Now they are adult people, and now the governments come out and just say that everyone has to go back to where he belongs.
If they try to send me back to my country, no way.
I might just see if we can speak to one of the people that's here. Excuse me. Can I speak to you quickly? Is it possible to come here? Hello, come on. Hey, okay, hello, how are you?
Good.
How are you? I'm Patrick. What's your name?
Emma.
And where are you from?
I'm from South Sudan.
South Sudan. And are you trying to get to Britain?
Pardon?
Do you want to come to Great Britain? To England?
No, yeah.
How are you going to get there? In a boat?
Yeah, in a boat, yeah.
Are you scared about that?
No, what will you do? We don't have money. Yeah. That's why we came here to Africa.
What do you think is waiting for you in England?
Language. Because we don't know how to speak French.
Okay.
Only English.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you hoping for, a job in England, house, things like that? What do people tell you about England?
From there in England, you can stay. So the language, you can go, you can understand the language. You stay with the people better than French here.
Yep.
Sometimes in French here you cannot get a job very fast.
Okay.
And you foreign. That's why all people from Africa, black people, they're interested in England.
Welcome back. So just people like this, the grown-up people, how can you just wake up one day and tell these people that they have to go to where they belong? Where do you want them to go? So, and you find in France, the people of color, like black people, are there in a large number. So whenever they come out and join together, they come to resist or to protest against the policies that the government is trying to put, which are affecting them. Then, this must bring up an impact. And it can't bring the impact in a positive way, but in a negative way. So all that is happening today, I always say that this is now the reparation time. They never compensated to African countries whatever they did to African countries, to the diaspora, to the Caribbeans during the slavery time, during the colonization. Many people lost their life. Many people lost their hopes. Many families affected, and many families were deceased due to these incidents of colonization and everything. And now today, everything that they were doing, the people, is now what is being done to their life. So all this that is happening today, I can say that maybe it's their time. Maybe it's the God's time of black, which now we believe that this is they're just being paid for what they were offering to the people. So since Donald Trump came to power, I remember the first mission that he did was to cut off the foreign aids that they were supplying to the country that was in need, like African country mostly. Cutting off the aids was not only affecting the people who are concerned or the people who are receiving these aids, but don't forget that this aid or this foreign aid, like UNEP or UNICEF or all this who was under the foreign aids, it was holding many people. Many people were working or were getting something through working to these institutions, which were the holder of these foreign aids. And now don't forget that cutting these aids was not only affecting the people who were there maybe receiving these aids, but the people also who were there to work and maybe who were concerned about how to do with these aids, the people who are employed under this organization and all this. Millions of people lost their jobs. People and patients in the hospital lost their life due to emergency. Because at that time, the governments of the countries that was concerned, which was receiving all these aids, they were not prepared to that action. they were not prepared that maybe something like that can happen. But because it just came up abruptly, so it caused a lot of damages where people lost their life, people lost their jobs, and it brought up a lot of confusions in different countries, mostly in African countries, because that is where people were so concerned and were depending on these things. So when today these great nations comes out and they're speaking like now they want some help, or it's like they need some people to have sympathy towards them. Now they forget that all the damages they cause to African countries, mostly to Caribbean, the people who are depending on them, not knowing that they are just using them, they are just putting pressure or deceiving them. Now all that is happening today, that's when they feel like they're passing through a lot, they're passing through hard time. There are many people who pass through a lot in the hands of French and US. There are many people who lost their life. There are some people who are traumatized for everything that happened. Now today, whenever they comes out in the street to cry out, I don't think if there are some Africans who can come out and maybe try to feeling like we feel a mercy to them, or that's no way. So that's why I say that they're suffering our celebrations. And every day, every time, as their countries continue to be destroyed, to face more challenges, then I think we here in Africa, we just celebrate and we watch over everything that's happening. So, as I said, so the things or the cause of everything that's happening today in France is not only about their lives or maybe the increment in tax and everything, but there are many reasons to why these people are coming on the street each and every day. They are blocking everywhere. They are there to fight against the government. There is nothing that can come and maybe calm them down not to do all that they are doing, because they have decided that this is the way. They are so oppressed. And now this, when it comes to the racial discrimination, these people of race, of color has come out in a large number, and they are disagreeing with the policies that was introduced, because there's no way you can just wake up and tell some people just that they have to go back to their countries. These people have been born in this country, they have been raised here. So there is no way you can just come out and tell these people that they have to go where they belong. Because, for example, I find myself here in Kenya, and I don't know maybe if I'm not a true Kenyan, but even if I have somewhere else where I maybe belong, where I might be, maybe I belong, then how can you just wake up today and tell me that I have to go back where I belong, to where I belong? That's another case, because unless you take me to where you feel like that's where I belong. So that's why this has become a very big problem. And if the government cannot come out and address the issue that can sort out these problems, then we are here to watch the countries of France as they go back to be in category of the third world countries. So I don't think I'll take much of your time. Kindly, if you have enjoyed this video, and I recommend you go back and watch these clips and try to listen to how these people are reacting and how they're feeling on what is happening in their countries, because people are so oppressed, people are so angry, and it has come to the point where now and only the words cannot solve the problems, but the government has to find any other way on how they can sort out their issues, because the country of France is burning. The Paris city is on the flames, and nothing can be done today to save this. Until next time, just send me out to have the comment section, because if this first time visiting the channel, let's discuss, let's have a word or two and really know what's happening and what do you think about these issues. As long as if you are a black person, wherever you're watching from, you must have something to say, because you know what has happened. We know what the damages that these people has caused to our life, and many Africans who even lost their life just because of these people. May you be blessed wherever you're watching from, and thank you and be blessed.